Okay, welcome to the pick a card reading of He's Back, Now What? He's back, now what? Now what? What now? There's already a reading for these two, for 3 and 4. I will link that in the description box below. So if you picked 3 and 4, like right off the bat, this isn't your reading. There's already a reading for this. This is the reading, however, for 1 and 2. So if you did come from the 3 and 4 reading, this, and you picked 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, it didn't appeal to you at all, this is your reading. Okay? So we'll figure out what your number is. You already know it. I will shuffle off camera, because I do jumping cards. That sometimes can take a while. Pick your number, and we will start with number 1. Okay, Libra. He's back, now what? I shuffled, and these cards came out. I'm giggling because they kind of came out like that too. Alright. So, he's back. Now what? Okay, so we have the magic stream in protection. Let me move the camera. Let me just move the cards. We have intention in protection, reverse. We have heal the ouch in reverse. We have deep freeze in some limbo state. And we have one ring circus in reverse. Lots of protection here. So let's see what the story is. I feel like you might be watching this and kind of know, but let's see what it is. Okay, we obviously have a lot of protection and reversals on here. Perhaps I'm kind of feeling that maybe you may have been mean to this person. Like, you may have treated them badly. That there was some pride, some heavy pride. Ego. Coldness involved in this. With him being back, I feel like there has to be some sort of pain that was caused or that was brought about, possibly by you. I'm feeling it by you. I'm gonna be completely honest here. And that you might need to examine that and acknowledge and step up to what part you played in this, whatever this was. This to me feels like you're happy he's back, but there's a but there. It might also mean that maybe you initiated this he's back thing, where maybe you want to make amends for the stuff that you did or what happened, and maybe you realize that there was a bigger part that you played in it happening, and perhaps you reached out and he's back, and that maybe he's showing signs of kind of whatever the signs that you were looking for with him were. But it seems like you're really trying to make it happen, whatever your it is. I am gonna draw a romance card just to see what they have to say about this. Let's see, what else am I getting here? Yeah. When you look at the intention card, there's some, not to say that there's ill intention, there's just something's going on in your thing, man. Something's going on in your thing, and either maybe this isn't the time to be dealing with this backness of it, however it happened, because the deep freeze is like, pause, buddy. Pause. Things are not ready yet. There's healing to be done. There's some pride to be looked at. And what is the intention? Like, maybe the intention isn't clear, or the intention is being way too forced, right? In the book, intention is, are you clear about your intentions, or are you in a foggy state of denial about your true motives or ambitions? So I'm picking up on that pride thing and trying to orchestrate things, and maybe are you being maybe some bully energy? Like, are you being a bit of a bully? In him being back, or is he being a bit of a bully? I'm not feeling it's him. Really not. But if he is being a bully about this whole thing, like he's bulldozed back into your life, and maybe he's forcing things to happen, and you're not sure about his intentions, and maybe he's going about it the wrong way. This backness may not be the full backness. There might still be some healing that needs to be done on both ends, and maybe even in your bond. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that this might not be the time for him being back for either one of you. Let's see what the romance angels have to say about this. True love and flirt came out in reverse, in protection. So I feel like there's a bully forcing energy. Someone's trying to force something here, and this is not the time for it. This is not the time for it. Yeah, I have my own deck here that I made, massive, and the first card says consider reconsidering this, whatever this thing is. And here it says the next card was yes and no. They came out like that. I just pulled the top cards. Consider reconsidering, and yes and no. Okay. He's like, yes, he's back, but no, he's not, in the way that you might want it or are trying to orchestrate it to be. So that's the word on this. Good luck. Alright. Is it confusing when all of a sudden the next shot is seamlessly cut to it's clear? Anyway, card 2, Libra 2, he's back, now what? He's back, now what? What does it mean, or whatever? He's back, now what? Let's see what the cards have to say. I am going to shuffle off camera. Alright, I was shuffling off camera, and this card came out, and this card came out, and this card came out. They flipped over, so just shuffling to see if there's anything else that's gonna come out. He's back, now what? For the person watching, he's back, now what? Okay, alright, okay. You know, this happened in the other reading too, where the same cards came out. It's really interesting that in the 3 and 4 reading, the same cards came out, and in the same reading, very similar cards came out, and I shuffled, I put them in different places and everything. Okay, and I'm always like, wait, what are you doing? Alright, we have the magic stream in protection. We have One Ring Circus in protection. And we have goblins. Alright, what's going on here? Alright, I am gonna pull some romance angel cards if the mood hits me. But I will say this doesn't seem like it's the time. Like, yes, this is what someone in this wanted, because the magic stream is like that card. It's like a, what some people would call like a wish fulfillment card, but it's kind of like, yes, but yeah, he's back, cool, but right, like there's something. It may not be the back. I do sense some loneliness in this, and there's still some stuff creeping up. Is there anything else? There's still some stuff going on that... Okay. There's still some things going on. I just pulled the unexpected visitors. Yeah, from in the other, anyway, in the here I'm getting like a loneliness type thing, but like wanting to be alone, like wearing your loneliness as a badge, like pushing people away, kind of ego, but like you're from your fear perspective, right? Your shadow, your like inner demons, or your there's something. Let me consult the guidebook for the right word. There's something here. These two are related. There's like you're choosing to look lonely. He's back. Now what? Like maybe punishment? Like kind of trying to punish somebody? Either you or him? I'm thinking maybe something from the relationship you've had in the past. You're afraid that you might have to do it again. So like here's what the guidebook says about this, and that's the line that is, I'm trying to find the word to fit the situation. It's perhaps you believe no one will be there to help you, or you expect that you have to do all the work, emotional or otherwise. So it's like, yay, okay, cool, he's back, but am I gonna have to, are things gonna go back to the way they were? Or am I gonna have to do the work, and then you just kind of are like mad about that, and you're upset, like you're kind of in that space of, I don't really know what this is about. Obviously, you wouldn't be watching this. So let me keep reading. This is a fear-based idea and only serves to alienate you from others by taking away their right to participate. It also says a misuse of power, but I'm not getting it from this message. I'm getting fear and shadow fear coming up. I want to link a video below for a shadow video. But it's basically your hidden, what you repress, the feelings that you've been avoiding coming up, especially as it relates to, I'm gonna say especially as it relates to loneliness. Look at what you feel about loneliness. Look at how you feel about being alone, and that whole conversation you're having with yourself. Look into that. Something else that stuck out to me says another meaning for this card suggests that someone else may be trying to control you. So if you're kind of getting that from this relationship, where cool, he's back, but he was kind of controlling, or I'm afraid we'll go back into this codependent type thing that we had before. In the first reading, I think it was more about the person watching having power over the other. And in this one, it might be that him having power over you, and that kind of fear surrounding that. And how that might be something that's a fear for you. Let's look at what Goblin says. I've been kind of picking up on that this whole time, but let's see what the book says about that. Okay, alright. Maybe that control angle makes sense about them having power over you. So it's like, yeah, they're back, but I'm kind of afraid of that codependent type. Not abusive, but this manipulative. Here it says it's often difficult to deal with someone else's issues because they impact your own. No one is perfect, but in this case, you're particularly vulnerable to being manipulated. Don't take this world personally. When the Goblet card arrives reversed, it's a sign to take a step back with detachment. Don't let other people's stuff lead you into reacting from an old wound. Love yourself unconditionally, set boundaries, and your goblin will fall asleep. Love is the only answer. Yeah, watch yourself. Watch yourself. Yeah, watch yourself. If that rings true for you. But there is some sort of holding on to loneliness and identifying yourself as being a lonely person or having to do everything by yourself and being that kind of energy and not and being afraid, like really like exploring what that's about for you. Okay, unexpected visitor popped up because I wanted a little bit more like clarity from all of this stuff. I don't want to say that he was unexpected. Maybe that's a thing that someone needs to hear, that he was possibly an unexpected person who came up in this thing, or that this also can also show that there might be some unexpected things coming up. So it doesn't feel right to put the card here. It doesn't feel right to put the card here. It feels more right to put it here and even here. So I'm going to say that this might lead to this, that might lead to that. This is kind of like a trigger. Something might happen, something unexpected might kind of shake you, and it might send you into some sort of like anxiety or like fear, not like anything like massive, just that is kind of, you're going to like put your shield up, put your guards up, and like your demons or your inner negativity, bad self-talk, or whatever that story is for you might pop up. So just be aware of this. What do the romance folk have to say about this? What y'all got for me here? Okay. This is healing family issues, and it also kind of came up like this. So I'm going to say that this might go with here. If there's some family issues coming up between maybe your mother, your father, maybe your father, if it's a he who's coming back, and maybe he reminds you of that, or you're afraid of that energy, if it's reflected in this guy. Actually, this might be what you need to consider about your loneliness and where those feelings come from, and maybe the manipulation, and this might be a place to start looking at your relationships with your male caretakers, or how you saw your female caretakers as you were growing up or around you handle relationships, romantic or otherwise, and that's where you kind of learned how to be. So look into that if you're going to go into shadow, into like your feelings that you've been suppressing, or not really looking into your feelings that have something to do with this particular person in this situation with him. Shuffling from my own deck to kind of see if something is coming up, and this is the card that was on the bottom, which I felt called for, and it said past. Yeah, I think there's gonna be some sort of like, either he has triggered something in you, so like it's a good thing he came, yeah, maybe, but there's some fear surrounding the past. There's definitely something to do with the past in this situation, and it could be the past of you and him, and or the past with you and your family, and certain behaviors that you learned, or things that you've seen that you're trying to unlearn or heal through, right? Find your peace through with them. I will link the shadow video below, because I think if this is something that really resonated with you, the video will be complete help, and definitely set time for that, because it is a gift that keeps on giving. Okay, honey. I will bid you adieu. keep your light on, Libra lady, and I will see you next time. Good luck.